Hey guys, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Okay, today I'm gonna do a quick market recap. It's Wednesday. Okay, what I think of the market and how the market is going. One of the things I want to start with, I possibly see potentials. Okay, for the euro to still make further up. Okay, because here we could have some sort of channel here. All right, and then we had this bounce of this channel. They're starting to gyrate. Okay, so here could be our major resistance. Okay, we're looking at, but if we could indeed break above this resistance here, okay, we can look to continue going up in terms of the euro. All right, so I still see further more upside on the euro, even as the COT report, okay, is also showing um, signs of exhaustion here. As we could see the last time we actually rose up, we actually got up into about 227. Okay, that's 227k, and at the moment we are at 157k. And let's look at how the CT report is looking here. This is my CT report. I prefer this to what we have on the internet because here I can see everything in terms of how everything is being positioned, and here I also make mine really unique, okay, for my students and everyone that wants to learn this strategy. Okay, it's not really a strategy per se, it's one thing I actually add and mix up to my own trading systems. Okay, so here we are seeing further rise, okay, which happened on March, okay, on March. Okay, so we could still be seeing further rise, okay, coming in here, okay, because this was when everything happened here in the market. Okay, March we had this massive drop, okay, March, and then we had this gyration actually coming into play. So I possibly see some maybe further move to the upside in terms of the okay, euro, okay, as compared to the pound. Okay, the pound, why I'm looking at some possible potentials actually still happening in terms of the euro is because here we never really had spikes. Okay, so in terms of position trend, okay, we never really had spikes, and here we're looking at probably by next week, if this spike would actually come into this territory here, I think that would be a nice time to actually start looking for short opportunities for the euro. All right, guys. So what is in for the euro today? We are looking at euro actually going to be strengthening against in terms of euro strength against the pound. Okay, pound. Why that is so is because pound also could also come into life. Okay, could also spring back into life. That we can actually expect because this was a breakout, okay, and a retest, okay, it could happen here. But I'm looking at maybe further retest to all right coming into the market before then the rally because definitely um, pound as a whole, okay, pound as a whole is gonna be doing what I feel okay it should be doing because definitely I want to see pound actually coming in to test this structure here. Okay, so probably pound can actually make those drops first before then going making those rallies, and we could then see that happening. So let's look at what we have today. Actually, I've done a lot already. So look at the pound AUD. What I expect of the pound AUD. That because of the pound weakness coming into play, and I'm looking at possibly AUD weakness coming into play. So let's just quickly look at that. Pound AUD coming down because of the pound retracement possibly coming into the market. Probably I'll be looking at certain levels. Okay, I was looking at certain levels if there could be some massive drops of those levels. I think that would be a nice time to actually start that resumption on the pound AUD. Okay, and what do I think of the Euro AUD? Euro AUD today, what I expect to see of the Euro AUD is to further make pushes as we can see that the euro is quite stronger than the pound, okay, in terms of the week, okay. So we can expect further more pushes on the euro AUD, even though it has hit my take profits already, and I had closed that trade, okay, and I'm not opening any new trade for the week, okay, because I'm still waiting for everything to finish up from last week. The pound card will be the weakest. Okay, actually here we are actually seeing the pound card actually being the weakest, actually dropping. Let's see, drop for the day already, dropping 0.21% for the day, and the weekly drop is 0.99%. Wow, that's a huge drop. Okay, that's a huge drop here. We had the pound drop against the AUD for the week 0.63. Okay, so that's a huge drop. So let's go into seeing the major plays, what I think of the major plays and how they all react to the market in terms of the rest of the week. Okay, for the rest of the week, I still expect to see further weakness on the JPY coming into the market, because here at the moment, JPY is actually facing what I look at a very strong support here. I know possibly this will be looking at as resistance to some people, but this is my strong support here. And whatever the market intends to do here, it's one I expect to still go up, because definitely this was the cause. Okay, as Wyckoff taught us, okay, in his theory, that was far back to 2013. This is the cause, okay? So this effect is too small for this cause. So we are expecting more mark up to the upside before then the drop down. All right, so that's what I expect from the Wyckoff rule. So I don't know if you have that idea about the Wyckoff rule. You're gonna come in straight to the academy. We actually have to teach you about the Wyckoff rule also as part of the courses which we offer. Okay, so what I think of the JPY weakness they come into play, but here at the major support, okay, not resistance but support here in this case. Okay, so we're looking at the card actually gathering momentum, which we actually spoke about, that this was the cause. Okay, here we had a cause here far back March, and what happened, or why did that cause come into play? Let's look at the COT report, why that cause came into play and why we actually rallied with that cause. Okay, so here was the very first time this year, okay, we had this cross. This was let's look at the dates here quickly, and let's see the dates here quickly, and let's mix it up to see what we have. So that was the first time we actually had this cross in the year. Okay, so this was around March, okay, the 10th of March. So we could see here that at the 10th, on the 10th of March, okay, that this pay went into some sort of consolidation. Okay, so this was actually the core. Okay, so this effect here was so small, and I expected a retest of this zone, then I expect those rally coming into play. So as Wyckoff would teach us, I expect that rally coming into play possibly in the later part of the year. Okay, so what do I expect of that, and what do I want to see after that? I want to see the pound actually coming in very strong, as you can see here early in the week that the card have come in so very strong against the USD, which is actually still showing not really great signs of weakness, but actually moving more of sideways, as you can see here, more of sideways. So the card is actually being very strong this week, and that's why we decided to match the card against the JPY this week. And we've not really looked at trading the USD against the card this week, because the USD, as of speaking, could actually look to be doing some pullback, okay, some pullback maybe into this zone or this territory here, because definitely we are inside of some sort of channel, so it could be doing some pullback into here. So, and we don't want to be involved. Okay, so until the USD can actually break this level here, that will be the only time we look for short opportunities, guys. Yeah. Okay, we can look for short opportunities here with the USD here. So definitely, if you are matching it with a very strong pay, okay, definitely such as the card this week, okay, we could see that this has already moved into the week, okay, has already dropped down about 116 pips, thereby actually causing a 0.96 percent weekly drop. Guys, can you see that? Okay, so what do I further think of the NZD? The NZD is actually started showing signs of weakness last week, as we could see with the COT report that came in for last week. Go back there to see what came in for last week, and still showing signs of weakness, because here when there's this intersection, definitely the NZD is going to get weak, and we are already seeing signs of everything happening here, that the commercials actually started going low in terms of their long positions and everything coming to play. So we are starting to expect NZD going down or NZD weakness. So how would that affect other pairs? So let's look at what is happening here. For this week, we actually had the NZD USD actually started to do a rise. That's because of the USD weakness, okay, per se. But NZD against other pairs, okay, possibly let's see what it's looking like against the AUD. Okay, so NZD AUD is going to be going up, because definitely we expect more weakness on the NZD than the AUD. Okay, even though both are not going to be very strong, or what we are going to be looking to buy this week. So, but we are looking at the AUD actually gathering more momentum into the week. So as we can see here, the AUD NZD have actually gone up 0.44 percent, okay, 44% for the week. Okay, wow, that's awesome. Last week we actually gave out a trade signal here last week to buy, okay, here to this target. If you look at my Telegram group, I actually gave that signal there, and it was quite phenomenal. So at the moment we are running about 150 pips. That's awesome. Okay, that's awesome. So what do I think? I think everything is going to still go in that direction. Okay, but for now, it's not really a good time to actually be buying the AUD or the NZD. All right, you want to be shorting those space. Why? Because let's look at what is happening in the stock market and how everything is faring in the stock market and what I think of the stock market today, Wednesday. All right. Okay, I possibly expect okay, I spoke about this before in my precision, okay, that if here, okay, can't hold price, definitely we could see the S&P continue to make further rise, okay, but that would also um um react with also the FSTS, okay, the FTSE also making push up here, but definitely we would see what would happen first because the FTSE is not quite also similar to S&P, even though they tend to move at the same time. But here we would then look to see what would happen inside of here. So we're not going to be trading this way in this week or even this month until we can have a break above this structure. Guys, I want to wait for that to happen. All right. So let's quickly look at what we have here in terms of exotics. Okay, exotic guys. I spoke about it before that I want to see more of the MXN weakness, okay, coming into play because of last week FOMC. But I don't know, maybe some of you don't really understand what I spoke about during that analysis here. But this is where I expected everything to come into play. Why did I expect that? Last week I actually gave out a trade call here, and we could see that that actually went well. All right. So what I expected to see is to start to see more of strength coming into the MXN. Okay. Strength coming to the MXN. Why do I want to see strength coming to the MXN? Let me quickly show you why I expect to see strength coming to the MXN. All right, guys. MXN actually did a fusion here. All right, that was last month. Okay, now have began to expand. Okay, the expansion is coming into play, and if this expansion will continue, all right, let's show you this expansion would continue. Okay, maybe going up. Okay, we could see MXN strength coming into the market. Right, we can see that coming into the market, and if also the open interest positions, okay, can actually see keep on going up, breaking the 150 mark. I think that would be a good time to actually start longing the MXN. That would be a good time because here, what we saw here was during this period, we had the MXN actually make this rise. So we'll just start logging this pay until it hits this zone, and probably these commercials or this non-commercial actually come into the 100 mark because here we had these levels here. All right, so this is quite easy if you understand this, but I don't need to be explaining it on this session now. So what I expect to see, I expect to see the MXN come into this territory. Then I will be looking at the COT report and how everything will be faring in terms of the MXN. All right, so that will be the only exotic I'll be looking at. But for the USD Chinese yuan, okay, that is what's still coming into play because of the USD weakness. Okay, so that'll be all for today, and I wish you a very successful trading day and remain blessed. Okay, so if you want to be part of the academy, you can actually send me a personal message on my Telegram page, and also follow me on my YouTube at JewinFX, also my Telegram at JewinFX, and I will be glad to actually link you up with the team, and you will definitely get the best education that will actually change your trading life. Okay, you'll be more successful than you can ever think of. Okay, trading the forex market. Until you do so, I think you best not trade the forex market until you get the right education. Have a very successful trading day.